Okay, so let's talk about one of the biggest problems. It's about time people see how big of an impact and issues it really makes to people. There's so many different types of bullying. There is physical bullying, uh, verbal bullying, sexual bullying, social bullying, cyberbullying, relation aggression, which actually means emotional bullying. Um, there, those are all a bunch of different ways of bullying people. But the sad part is, the people that are actually bullying everybody think it's hilarious when you see someone take off crying from what you just said to them, from what you have done to just hurt them for no reason, just because you think you're better than everybody. Like, that's not how it works. This bullshit with bullying just needs to stop. And pardon the language, but it's true. Nobody really sees how much people like really impact on someone's life from bullying. Like, if people can just sit there and laugh at someone right after they're done, like saying, like, you, for instance, that you look at a girl and say, "Oh, look, she's fucking fat," and y'all just start laughing at her. It's like, no, that's not nice. Like, it's not her fault. She is who she is. Like, everyone's different in their own way. Everyone's beautiful in their own way. Like, you can't just sit there and judge someone from what they are. Like, for instance, like, just think of this, okay? According to the CDC, suicide is now the third leading cause of death among people, resulting in about 4,400 people kill themselves a year because of bullying. Like, that's not a joke. Like, if you really think about it, it's not. Like, and then there's over 30,000 kids that will not go to school because of fear of being bullied. Like, it's not right to sit there and judge someone by everything that they're doing. Like, judge someone because of what they look like, from how they talk, how they are, what they wear. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you have your own sense of styles. So somebody else does. Like, bullying is not the right way to always make yourself happy. Like, I've always, like, in public school, all teachers have always said to people, the people that are doing the bullying usually have the issues at home. But if you guys have the issues at home, instead of bullying, reach out for help. Like, don't sit there and make someone else feel as bad as you do just because you're like that. Like, that's not right. Like, if you were to sit there and bully someone, and then the next day you hear, oh, well, so on and so on, just killed themselves from being bullied. I bet you 10 to 1, you're gonna feel like crap. Like, you're gonna feel like it's all your fault. And, like, I'm not saying, like, it will happen, but it could. Like, people are killing themselves, self-harming, and so much more because of bullying. It's just stupid. Don't sit there and say so much stuff about someone else. Like, I bet you any money. Like, why would you want to start bullying people? Bet you I can guess a few things why you'd bully. And that would be because maybe they have a speech impediment. You make fun of that. Maybe she's bigger. You'd make fun of that. People dressing differently than you do. There's that. There's people looking like emos. There's people out there that are not all there in the head. Like, you guys, I've seen people pick on people that are mentally handicapped, which is not right. Like, it's not their fault that they're not all there in the brain. If you really want to keep sitting there and be that big of a disrespecting person, then you are literally the lowest of the lowest people I have ever known. If you want to sit there and pick on someone that is disabled, that doesn't know really right from wrong, and you want to sit there and still make fun of them, like, that's not right. Like, you're going to pick on someone so bad soon and make them do something that they're going to regret. I bet you any money to anybody, 10 to 1, the people that people have picked on or bullied have self-harmed, thought about suicide, or have done it. Now, I know I know bullying, everyone's been a bully. Okay, I've been a bully, but I'm not saying I did it for the wrong or right reasons, because it's not. There's nothing right about being a bully. Okay, I bullied my brother. I bullied people in school, and now that I see everything through clear vision, I actually see how big of a deal bullying really is. Like, there's people dying, like, from suicide, from being called fat, from getting told to go slit their wrists, saying that they're worth this piece of skin. And like the biggest places for the bullies is high school. Y'all think that y'all are like really cool and everything. Like, yeah, there's populars, they're like, y'all call each other skids. Freaking, there's people that like smoke cigarettes. There's some people that don't smoke cigarettes. There's some people that go smoke dope before school, everything. Like, just because everybody's different doesn't mean you can just sit there and judge them from what they do. Like, if you want to sit there and call someone a skid, well, how come you're not a skid? Like, literally, if you really think about it, if you're going to sit there and call someone a skid and not think about how they are a skid, then, sorry to say it, but that's kind of not right. And you shouldn't really sit there and keep saying shit about people. Like, calling someone a skid, it does hurt in some ways to certain people. Calling, like, people go like this biggest word, like the biggest thing I've seen now in any high school is people talking behind people's backs. Like, yeah, I get it. No matter what, where you go in life, there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna talk behind your back. Okay, like, no matter what, there is always gonna be bullies. There's gonna be bullies when you go to work. There's gonna be bullies when you go to school. There's gonna be bullies when you're walking down the sidewalk. There's gonna be people you don't even know that you're just walking past. They're gonna sit there and judge you. Like, everybody gets judged. Everybody gets everything. But don't sit there and say it right to their face. If you literally cannot have anything nice to say about someone, then don't say it. Keep your rude comments. Keep your rude insults. Everything. Like, keep it all inside your head. There's no reason for you to have to go out of your way just to look at someone and be like, oh, yo, this kid, he's wearing really tight jeans. He's a fag. It's like, no, you don't say that. Like, maybe he's wearing tight jeans because he likes them. Maybe people are bigger than other people. Like, it's not their fault. They were born like that. Like, you can't sit there and keep calling people all these different things, fighting and all that. Like, I get it. People are gonna do what people want to do, but the bullying is really got to stop around everywhere. Like, I know everyone's made videos, everyone's made statuses. There's a big thing going on about it everywhere. Okay, but if you really do the research on this bullying stuff, there's literally people dying every year and every day because of people being bullied. Okay, I just saw on the internet that there was a 14-year-old guy that decided to go get a sex change, like, and people picked on him. So, like, and then he committed suicide because he didn't want to handle it anymore. Like, no, if someone's gonna go out and do what they want to do to make themselves feel more comfortable, then let them. You don't need to sit there and say a bunch of stuff about them right to them and everything, and make them feel so much worse about what they did and how they are. That's not how the world's gonna keep going around. If people do not stop being bullies, and people do not stop wanting to argue, and so much, literally, it's nothing that's gonna take the human race out. It's us, because all we're gonna do is keep judging. We're gonna keep picking on. We're gonna keep fighting. Everyone's gonna keep being bullied. Y'all just need to, like, stop and think. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect or nothing, but like, I've already said I've been a bully and everything, and I grew up out of it. Okay, but I'm not gonna sit there and look at someone and be like, hey, like, you're fat. Like, you really are. Like, have you ever thought about losing weight? It's like, no, like, you don't say that. Like, no, that is like the biggest fucking dick thing to say to anybody. Like, people in our generation now are so like, they're messed. Like, there's people I know that are my age that are sitting there smoking crack in the living room, that are 20 years old, that are ODing, like everything. Like, people want to do what people want to do. People do drugs, everything. You don't need to sit there and judge them, bully them, everything. Like, you don't need to sit there and say your thoughts that are not nice to anybody else. It's like the oldest, it's like, that's like the oldest quote in the book. If you have nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. Just keep it in your mind. Like, no matter what. But don't let this out of your mind, okay? Just always remember, there's 30,000 kids that will not go to school because they are feared of being bullied. And there is over 4,400 people that are youth, that are young, between the ages of I think it was 14 and 20, that are committing suicide because of bullies. Just keep that in your mind and just keep rethinking it and rethinking it and rethinking it. And tell me how you would feel if you were put in that situation. If you picked on someone and they ended up killing themselves. Like, I don't know how people would think of that. Like, that would hurt someone so much just because they said a rude comment and someone did that. Like, people are not seeing how much of a big impact of this bullying shit is really doing to other people. And I know it's not gonna stop. There's so many things out there about bullies, everything, and I get it. But why not keep sharing? But why not just lend a helping hand? You see someone sad, you see someone how they're dressing, invite them into your circle, get to know them. It's like the other old saying, never judge a book by its cover. It's just like saying, never judge a person by what he looks like, by what he wears, by how he acts. Get to know the person right before you start saying something rude about them. Keep your rude thoughts inside your head. Always have something nice to say about someone, no matter what.